Continuing with that, they did say, fall of the financial release being released earlier in February, Nintendo shared English version of its investors Q&A session, which reveals that the Switch best-selling year might be behind us. End quote. Nintendo Switch is coming up on its 7th year of sales. That's why I got confused. They said it. IGN said that 7th year in sales in March, and we see it as uncharted territory in the history of our dedicated video game platforms. End quote. Nintendo said. Director and President Shitaro Furukawa. I'm Furukawa. I'm probably saying it.
Shitaro Furukawa.
Yeah, you did it better than me. Of course, that's why you're here. End quote. Under these circumstances, it is hard to imagine that hardware sales will continue to grow at the same pace they have to date. Nintendo is still hopeful that sales could increase. However, through the launch of new games like The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, or from customers buying a second console, there are titles under development for Nintendo Switch, and new titles will continue to propose going forward. Further on, we are seeing both new demands and multiple systems demands of the hardware. So we think there is still room for growth in sales. To that end, we want to maintain a high level engagement with the hardware and create new demand, not only by releasing new titles, but also working further to convey the appeal of existing titles. End quote. So basically, in a nutshell, they said that, yes, we see the sales. We do see sales slowly, undergoing, but we still want to try to support the games that do exist in different ways to help keep pushing more sales. Yeah. And that means like maybe new DLC coming to Zelda, Pikmin that got announced, to Splatoon, to Fire Emblem, or whatever the next titles that they're going to do for the Switch. I think my challenge question will be for this is what would be another banger that they could do on the tail end of this console that would help, get more of their sales in. I mean, all their greatest bangers are basically out. Your Smash Brothers is done. Mario Kart is that's probably hitting this last wave.
8, yeah.
Zelda, of course, will get that last one. I mean, what other titles in their library could put out another Mario game? Do we see would another Mario game do that? Another Odyssey? Odyssey did well, but
let's look at history to predict the future. Previous generations of main consoles, let's say consoles, not handhelds. The N64 got one mainline Mario game, one Mario Kart game, one of each regarding sports games, and 2 Zelda titles, right?
Yes.
GameCube got 2 Zelda titles. Granted, the other one also came out on the Wii, but it still got 2 Zelda
Zelda's
titles.
always been the swan song of the consoles that this wrapping up. Yes, I 100%. Yeah. I understand that.
So, funny, Super Nintendo didn't get that, but regardless. A swan song Zelda. But regardless, Super Nintendo got multiple mainline Mario games. GameCube only got one Mario game, but it got a Luigi Mansion game. Wii got a Mario game. Didn't get necessarily a Luigi game, but it got a different Mario game, like Mario All-Stars as well. Mm-hmm. So with this, I predict we're going to get Star Fox.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I say Nintendo's going to keep reaching deep. We're going to get Star Fox, maybe even an F-Zero.
That's tough. Because Star Fox did skip the Wii. So
yes, it skipped the Wii. We got Wii U, and whether it's a port or not, I think we're going to get a Star Fox game at some point on the Switch.
You think that's strong enough, though?
Strong enough? I don't know.
Because it got some bad. It's bad aura around that ship right now. That R-wing.
But let us not forget, the general public has a short memory. They have a short memory.
I don't know. With Star Fox, the problem with Star Fox is there's not a lot of entries to forget about it. It's not like a Mario and a Zelda. Like, that's okay. We'll get them next time. Like Star
Okay.
Fox comes infused, and they stand out when they come out infused.
True. The only thing I could think of is they do something like Star Fox Adventures. They revisit that. But I think if not Star Fox, Nintendo is going to go into the deep,
deep cuts,
B, C, and D level tier of properties. Have I mean, you still got Kid Icarus. They could do another Arms game.
Mm-hmm.
They could do, like I said, Star Fox. They could do F-Zero. They could do they might do another mainline Mario game. Or maybe there's only so much you can do with a 2D Mario. I don't think they'll do that.
I was thinking of the 3D. That's what I was thinking. Odyssey another Odyssey would probably help.
A Donkey Kong, another like 3D slash side scrolling like 2.5D or whatever Donkey Kong.
So we haven't had an official new Donkey Kong because it got poured over Tropical Freeze. So
yeah. I mean they may say screw, we'll do Donkey Konga again and use the Joy-Cons. Who knows? And that's the kicker that makes it interesting for Nintendo, that they have such a deep bucket to reach into, and that they are sometimes fairly unpredictable for what they'll pull out.
Yeah, but I guess it's still that trouble of, out of all of those, which one has the potential to bring more people into it? Because all these games, I think the fandom know of them, but a casual person, I don't think they would just flock over there. Like I want an F-Zero. It's right there. It's you're at all these games. The funny part about this, Jerron, is here's a console that is selling the best place right now to get your game more aware, where all the games that did not do well are breaking records because of this. The Metroid 5, the best-selling Metroid in the series. Why? Because the Switch is doing that. A new Star Fox would probably be the best-selling Star Fox they would ever done on there. F-Zero, which is not a high bar, would have automatically be the best-selling thing. I think Fast Racing Neo already beat that record. But, but Nintendo doesn't want, how Nintendo is. Nintendo has always been those people where we're not going to put out something if we can't think of something new to do with it. They don't want the same thing ported on there. F-Zero has to do something different to bring it on there. And I'm like, here's something different. Now it's crazy multiplayer online. That's different. But no, they want to think outside the box. And I respect them for that. But at the same time, like, sometimes simple is fine. Simple is fine.
Well, yeah, and that's where...
Get the fans back in first and then get innovative.
That's where their Switch Online stuff comes into play. But I don't think it'll be any one game. I think it'll be a battery of games over a period of over a year.
Okay.
Because I mean, remember, I didn't even get a Switch until a few years ago, and I had to wait. I wanted to wait until there was a series of games available on it, and I was like, okay, we got a Zelda, we got a Mario, we got a Luigi, we got this. It's time to get a Switch. All right. So I think your average consumer is going to look for a price drop and a battery of games. I don't think they'll do what they did with Super Nintendo or N64, where they start saying, "Hey, now, $50 less or $60 less." And
so you don't see a price cut of the original Switch coming into the newest one. You don't see that. You think
we haven't seen any Nintendo Selects, have we?
Nintendo Select's been obsolete. I want to say after the Wii, right?
Since the Wii.
No, I lied. I think Wii U got one. I think Wii U got a couple. I think
Wii U and 3DS.
That's true. Okay, no, I'm absolutely wrong. Yeah, we haven't got any. Yeah, because they're selling so well. Yeah,
and they don't have to. Like, I see Mario Odyssey. You can get Mario Odyssey for $35 on sale from time to time. But as far as, hey, this is now $10, $20 less than our MSRP. We're not going to see that anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think that would be a factor if they did pivot and say, we're going to slash the price by $50 and we're going to have these select line of Nintendo Switch games that are now $39 or $49.99. I think that could also galvanize the people who are holding out.
And one thing definitely I want to point out here is to people that from the old times of people really hating on Nintendo of they're not catching up with the generation, everything like that. Part of you could be correct on that, but the sales just show that their software and the way they do stuff outweighs the technical problems that they have. People,
graphics
it's
are
just people
everything.
want the games.
Yeah, people want fun games. The Tegra processor that's in the Switch is even older than the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes to show fun games trump beautiful photorealistic graphics.
Exactly,
Always.
exactly.